In an alternate timeline where magic exists and the Fae cause mischief, humans have discovered the Faelands by travelling through mystical portals, creating Realm Walkers. We just happened to be the final Realm Walker to enter the portals before the phenomenon known as the Pale Mist overran Nightingale City, destroying it. I'll have 100 days to traverse the Fae Wilds, dealing with all the dangers located within, and find a safe haven for all the lost Realm Walkers scattered throughout the Fae Wilds. Before we begin, however, I wanted to thank Inflection Games for sponsoring this video, and you can grab Nightingale by using the link down below. Now, this video was also recorded on a pre-release version of the game, so there may also be some bugs throughout the video. And so it began with the character customization, and I wasn't the greatest at it. Man, straight out here looking like bloody Einstein. He's got a whole living organism on his face in that one. Look at that. That's another entire living thing there. Alright, here we go. This does not look foreboding whatsoever. Not gonna lie, I'm slightly terrified. Oh, look at this little guy. Are you the one talking to us? Speak with Puck. After speaking with Puck and finding out he was a Fae, we decided to enter into a bargain with him where he made us a Realm Walker and would give us access to the Realm Portals by providing us with the cards we needed to get around through them. We've got biome cards, so we've got a forest card and it gives us the loadout of what we can find there. And then a major card, which is the byway card, to seek a small transcendent realm. Alright, let's open the portal. This opens up.
Fly, Realm Walker.
Oh shit.
The fiends have caught your despairing stench.
Oh god. Oh my god, look at them all. Look at the dude. Oh, I'm going through. After making my way through the portal, it was time for the tutorial. And so I had to collect some berries, some rocks, some sticks, some more berries, and then build myself a campfire in order to cook those berries. Thankfully, building in this game was actually pretty easy, and all we needed to do was add some fuel to the fire, and then we could cook ourselves some berries. So some sticks that we had gathered were used as fuel, and I roasted some of the blueberries that I had collected to make roasted blueberries. That was the first part of the tutorial, and then I headed to the desert biome, where I built myself a small shelter made out of sticks. Then I found my first Fae creature. Oh my god, what the... That is terrifying. I don't know if it's aggressive, I'm just going to ignore it. I then had to make myself a bed and learnt about the rest system, and we would replenish stamina by resting. I then received blueprints for some makeshift tools, and I had to make one of each of them. But I also found this automaton bishop wandering around and was wondering, well, what the hell does this thing do? Oh shit, cutting the damn trees down. It was then time to make my way to the swamp byway, where we found our first structures as well as airships flying through the sky, and we had our first encounter with a hostile wildlife. That used all of our stamina. Alright, we killed it. First fight, done. There were then more of these little bastards floating around, so I went ahead and murdered them and harvested them up for their skin and bones. I did need to collect some bones so that I could make some makeshift medicine, and I also found some chests over in this human structure. So I was pretty excited about this, our first sort of loot. I didn't really know what any of this stuff did at the time. However, I did manage to get some healing salve, which is one of the items that we needed, and I was able to repair my leg. Puck then appeared to us and offered us a choice to pick our first biome and where we wanted to set up. So we picked the forest, and he gave us the forest card and an abeyance card, and this is where we would set up our estate, or it would be our safe haven. So I found the portal, activated it, and then the bound started to come through and attack me. So I needed to defend myself while the portal opened up. This was my first time fighting these guys, and to say I was pooping my pants is an understatement. I just harvested a bunch of plants instead of hitting the damn things. I'm getting gangbanged by these dudes. Oh my god. Back off. Back off. Bro, I'm on 28 health. Where did my health go? Looks like we can block and prevent damage. Okay, we took one of them out. After taking out the rest of the bound, the portal was finally opened, and I legged it through that as fast as possible. Alright, so we just got an estate can, which means we should be able to build a base around it, I'm thinking. Oh, it's these bastards again. Oh, that was smack bang in the middle of the head while he was running at us. Oh my god, there's a lot of these guys. Run. Why is there exploding things? Oh, it's one throwing a bomb. What is this dude? Ouch. No more throwing bombs for you. Bad bomb throwing guy. After killing the bound, I then made my way to the top of the temple where I received my reward. Now in this game, this is how you go about getting essences as well as new blueprints. One of the ways anyway. Now essences are used to purchase the blueprints, and you gain the essence by completing various puzzles or activities located around the map. I then spent some time wandering around my new forest area, just discovering the sights, and the sights were hideous to be fair. I didn't like them where I looked. But we found another site where we could kill some bound in order to get some more blueprints and some more essence dust, and I decided to take my time with it as these guys were very strong. Thankfully, I was able to kill them, and I could claim the Hope Echoes that were located here, and I received the simple hammer as well as some essence dust. I then found my first human occupants. Oh, this is this fellow survivor. So this is we found the essence trader. Okay, well, it says we need to build an estate can, so we should probably do that first, right? All right, cool. We found a spot to build our estate. Let's just chuck it down there. I'm assuming we can move it later down the line, but this is a relatively flat place with plenty of resources around it, so I figured we could just go here. Boom. Just like that, we got our estate down. We also got a bunch of extra blueprints. I then went ahead and started mining up some rocks so that I could build my first foundations and lay those down next to the estate can. I discovered that you could also stack foundations, but I decided to build another one instead, and then I managed to build myself a little bit of a shack. Definitely nothing to be happy about though. The next day, Puck appeared and he wanted to tell us all about essence traders and how we could buy blueprints. So I went ahead and decided to build my first basic stations with a simple tanning station, a simple carpenter's bench, and then decided to extend the walls of my base as well as the foundation so we had a bit more space. I also built a campfire as well as our simple workbench. So in the simple workbench is where we would make all our basic tools, and the only thing we could make at the moment was the rock marbles. Oh my god, what the freaking hell is that? That is cool though. It did just say collect on it. I'm trying to debate whether or not that was something from the ground, but that thing looks cool. It's making scary noises. It's just demolished all these trees here. After that, I thought I'd defend myself with some more durable weaponry. So I made myself my first hunting knife, my mining pick, as well as a hatchet. Now these were stronger than my current weapons, and I decided to go test out the brand new sling bow on a baby boar. Not realizing the parents were nearby ready to attack me and kill me at a moment's notice, obviously defending their child. I also didn't realize there were 3 of them. So I got to work at slowly murdering the bovine family, killing them in the process, and finishing it off with our brand new pickaxe. A fellow survivor needs your aid in completing a structure. Help them complete the structure for a reward. Indeed, let us begin. Okay, first one done. Second one done. Third one done. I'm still shy on some rocks. Alright, done. Oh, we get a reward. Magic chest. What do we get? 30 essence dust? Alright, cool, we'll take it. And Lottie wants to speak to us again. For hire. Recruiter? Currently recruited by you. Challenge completed. Fellowship. Okay. After recruiting my first companion, I then spent some of the essence dust buying some new stations in the essence trader, and I headed back to base to make them, starting with the simple sewing bench so I could make myself some new clothes and increase my item level to level 20. This would allow me to unlock new cards so that I could progress through the realms. It then dawned on me that Lottie might actually have better gear than us. So that's exactly what we did. Stripped Lottie of her level 16 gear and we took it for ourselves. Wait. Okay, so with all that gear, we're level 18. She's currently in her undergarments. Lottie, I apologize. This is very embarrassing for you. You can have all of this back. Here you go. I then made myself some simple boots to see what item level that would come out, because obviously I was trying to get to gear score 20. Thankfully, the boots did come out at level 20, so I equipped those instead. I then spent the next day exploring more of the forest realm, finding some more bound enemies to kill, and Lottie even got in on some of the action trying to help out where she could. She wasn't the greatest at it, but she did help. I got another hide standing lamp blueprint, and I received the favor of soaring. I can fly, Jack! Something that will drop hide and we can actually kill. Except I missed the shot. Lottie, you're the distraction, I'll shoot him. Unless, of course, they run away too. Why is everything running away from me? Obviously, me trying to kill things isn't an incentive for them to run away from me. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. Thankfully, I did dispose of some of the wolves and the boars that started attacking me, so I could harvest them for their hide, so I could create leather and create level 20 gear score clothing, which is exactly what I did once I returned back to the base, making myself a head wrap, a gloves, and a pack in the process as well. Alright, so we've got level 20 simple gloves. We've got a head wrap. I think that makes us level 20. No, now we're 9 out of 20. Why are we 9 out of 24? 19 out of 20. Alright, we just bought the smelter and we're also buying the saw table. I then went out on the hunt for more wolves and boars so that I could get more leather to make the final pieces of gear that I needed to hit that level 20 gear score. Thankfully, the wolves didn't really put up too much of a fight. I was getting the swing of the combat and trying to line up those headshots to deal that extra damage, so it wasn't actually too difficult. Thankfully, I did get the leather processed and I went ahead and made a couple of extra clothing items to get that level 20 gear level. I'm probably going to lose my mind if this doesn't take us to level 20, to be completely honest with you. Here we go. Oh! It's a goddamn miracle! We made it. Alright, let's have a sleep and we can tackle this again tomorrow. Alright, here we go. Let's head into the magical portal and see what we find in here. I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. Let's go. Oh. I was expecting us to get, like, teleported away somewhere. Oh, shit. Alright, thank you for that warning. Oh, these guys are very strong. Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. Alright, and he's dead too. Lottie, you distract. I'm going to take him out with range. Jokes, I'm running. I'm shitting my pants. Lottie's actually beating the shit out of this guy. Go, Lottie. Look at him go. Alright, looks like we're in the basement of the place now. I'm assuming we're going to have one big fight and then we'll find what we need. Hopes when I can kill one of these guys before they get the chance to do anything. We're just going to run and spray and pray. I can see our damage numbers connecting, which means we are hitting him, which is good news. Why am I getting cold for? Okay, terrifying sword dude is down. I'm really hoping there's no more bad dudes. That knife guy, that sword guy was terrifying. Oh, this isn't scary. I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be like one more fight here. Activate the mechanism. Oh, shit. That is terrifying. Why is it so fast? Oh my god. I am on fire. Cool. Alrighty, good to know that I'm alive. Lottie, you freaking legend. I honestly did not expect her to heal us. Man. The fact that he does like our entire health bar in one attack is kind of nuts. Come on, Lottie, you're a legend. Don't give up on me. You're freaking legend. I didn't expect her to heal us. Run in here and just smack it at the center where it takes the most damage, because Lottie is pretty quickly at getting me up and running. It's also possible because we've switched to a piercing type damage. We're doing more damage to it. But like Lottie is doing a bang up job. I'm not wasting my healing potions on. Like she's literally instantly reviving me. I just want to keep an eye on how much health she has, because obviously... Come on. Oh. Revive me, Lottie. You got this. We can finish it together. I can't move. Here we go. Boom. Killed the knight. Okay, that was a pain in the ass. But we did it. So what do we get in return? So after killing the automaton knight, we then received our Antiquarian card, which would allow us to progress into the more difficult realms, allowing us to get better resources, which in turn would upgrade our gear and progress the story. The next day, I made myself up the simple saw table as well as a forge. This would allow us to make lumber and ingots, and I finished building those as well. And then I spent some time harvesting up some tin ore so I could make the tin ingots as well. And that's pretty much what the entirety of day 9 was spent doing, unfortunately. Mining up tin and mining up the quartz nodes located around the base. I also built the simple mortar station. The next day I went ahead and started refining all of the tin ore that I gathered the day before into ingots. That would mean we could start making some better gear, and we would need ingots later down the line as well. So I made 34 of those up. I also made a simple candle to try and get some light into the base as it seemed very dark, and that did absolutely nothing for me. That literally does nothing for the base. That's so funny. You know what I might actually do? Hold on, can't I? There we go. That looks good. All right, cool. So we're crafting up the ingots. Oh my God, they take forever. Build that there. All right, cool. Nice. All right, so now we can craft enhancement, infusions, and charms. That was a lot of information. So let's take a look here. We got the Abiance card, which is one of the things that we need. No. An Antiquarian card, Essence Dust. I then made up the Antiquarian card as well as the Forest card that we were going to need in order to get into the Fey portal and continue the storyline and our quests. All I needed to do now was find the Fey portal. Cool. Alright, so she's got something a little bit stronger, so she should be able to help us out a bit more while we're out and about. While out looking for the Fey portal, I found a couple of chests along the way with some potions and minor cards. I also found some more sites of powers. Now, these would enable us to once again progress. So, the Astrolabe site of power was the one that we just discovered, and obviously my gear score was a little bit too low for us to be able to enter that. And then I found the Provisioner site as well, and we went back and spoke to Wilhelmessa Sass that told us about Victor Frankenstein being in the desert. The next 3 days were spent trying to hunt down the location of the Fey portal. I scoured the entire map looking for this bastard of a thing, and finally managed to find it on day 13. I'm praying that's it, because I'm losing my damn mind spending all this time looking for the damn thing. That's gotta be it. Hallelujah. Alright, let's jump into a new realm now. I have stayed here before. It was hailing, and we stood under this. I'm an idiot. Alright, here we go. Let's go through and see what awaits us. Faction present, the druids. Lottie's over here mining while I'm fighting for my damn life. Let's see what awaits us in this new realm. Huh. Well, this is nice. We have a person right here. What a name. Aurelio Acivada Ortega. That is quite a mouthful. After speaking to Mr. Avocado, he gave us a mission to get some essence. Now, we had already received essence dust, so this next tier of things that we needed to get was the tier 1 of essence. So once again, I needed to repeat the process of completing various challenges across the map, and I first started off while completing this occupation just here in these ruins. However, there were a lot of enemies, so I decided to leg it out there down to the beach and have them following me. Thankfully, they did come out and we were able to pick them off individually, and eventually we completed this challenge, gaining myself a new blueprint, the simple map, as well as my first tier 1 essence, completing Avocado's first challenge. After returning to Mr. Avocado, he gave us a spyglass and the next mission to go on. He also gave us the blueprint for a simple upgrade bench. And for this next mission, I needed to upgrade some of my tools in order to make them stronger, utilizing the tier 1 essence that I had gathered from the challenges. So I did a couple of extra of these puzzle challenges that were close to Mr. Avocado, gaining a little bit of extra tier 1 essence. Before I headed back to base, however, I explored around a little bit and found one of the fabled creature, a bloodhorn elk. I decided to try and approach it to obviously try and kill it, but the deer are notorious for just running away from you, so there wasn't really too much I could do to get this guy to stop. I then found the Antiquarian Essence Trader, and this guy had a bunch of new stuff to sell to me. So I bought the spinning wheel as well as a couple other things, went back to base, made the spinning wheel up to see what it would provide me, and I was a little bit disappointed because I wasn't that excited about what it had that I could produce. I also made the simple upgrade bench, and that was what I was going to need in order to upgrade my tools. So I started with my wood axe, upgrading that, and that actually gave my wood axe an item level of level 40, which was awesome. And with that, I completed Mr. Avocado's mission, and I decided to infuse it with a durability charm infusion as well, increasing the item level as well as the durability of my axe. I returned back to Mr. Avocado, handing in the quest, and he gave me a new one to head to a Fey Tower and acquire a Synchronous Lotus. So I headed out that way, but not before completing a few extra challenges and killing some of the local wildlife along the way, gaining some more tier 1 essence as well as some favors as I went through. Alright, so we found a settlement. We've got an essence trader. Whoa, what the hell? We've got someone trying to build a house. This is a different type of challenge as well that you complete in order to gain more essence, so I assisted in building the house. Alright, and we're done. Let's collect those. Let's do that. Oh, you can still stuff in them too. Do that. Boom. Let's go. Alright, so we did that. Let's see what we get from this. I swear to God, I hope it's worth it. That was worth it. 46 tier 1 essence. I will take that happily. Awesome. Alright, so this is the Fey Tower. So once we complete it, we should get the Synchronous Lotus, and it should also reveal to us a bunch of different other landmark areas around the map. I guess we just have to fight? I don't know. Ouch. This sword dude scares the shit out of me. I'm going to focus him first. Hopefully we can deal with him. I'm out of stamina. I'm just going to run away. I'm assuming I don't, right? Like, I think I just have to kill these guys. Shit. I stepped on a trap and it murdered me. Don't worry, Lottie's here to save the day. This is like a maze sort of thing. I honestly don't know what these red things do. Oh. Okay, they explode and do a lot of damage. That's what they do. I am very thoroughly lost right now. Wait. We made it. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Heyo, let's go. Give me that essence, baby. I wonder if it's going to be like a big boss. I'm hoping it's just these little dudes because I've only got the axe. Oh my god, that's a lot of little dudes. It's 42 axe. Whoa, okay, that unlocked everything on the map. And this should give us the Synchronous Lotus. So after completing the Fey Tower and speaking to Puck, he managed to give us a blueprint for our very own portal that we could use around our base. I then returned back to the base and started upgrading some of my clothing items into the tier 2 status with the upgrade bench. Obviously, them getting doubled would increase all of our stats exponentially. So I figured it was a good idea and I got to work at doing it. Upgrading the pack also increased the amount of carry weight we could have, and obviously increasing our tools increased the amount of damage that we would do with them as well. So I made sure everything was upgraded nicely and that we were a bit stronger. I then also went ahead and started construction on the crude portal. I needed quite a lot of stuff, but thankfully I did have it all ready to go and I dumped it in there, creating the portal. I then returned back to the original Fey portal that we found out in the map and went back and spoke to Mr. Avocado for the final time, and he told us about Nelly Bly being in the desert and that he was searching for El Dorado and could not accompany us to find Nelly Bly. So it was all up to us to find Nelly Bly in a desert herbarium realm, which is one of the much harder realms that we needed to slowly work our way towards. And then I headed to the Essence Trader to pick up some blueprints for some new items as well before exploring more of the map. You good, fam? What's going on there? Oh, it's a jump pad. Is that what those blue things are? We've run across these before. I didn't realize they were jump pads. I don't know if that's because I've got the floaty stuff. No, it looks like they're jump pads. I also completed a few more of the puzzles and challenges, collecting the Hope Echoes, gaining some new blueprints as well as more of the essence as well as we went through. I then found a cave system where there were a bunch of these occupation challenge where we had to kill a bunch of the bound enemies. So I got to work killing all of them, unlocking the Hope Echoes, and then I found a chest at the end with a Synchronous Lotus in it as well. I then found a defend challenge that appeared on the map, and this needed us to defend the fellow survivors while they tried to extract something from behind this blue barrier. So waves of the bound would come in and attack me and the other survivors, and obviously I had to defend them and the machine in the process as well. We had a couple of the sword guys coming in and they are absolutely terrifying and they deal a butt ton of damage. so I had to be very careful of them. Plus it was hailing, so I couldn't really run outside without taking damage. Thankfully, I was able to kill the first sword dude and then the second sword dude with the help of the other survivors. Now, once you complete this challenge, you do gain the option to recruit them. However, because we already had Lottie, we couldn't really recruit any of them extra, which kind of sucked. I would have liked to have brought more of them back to the base, but they did have to prove themselves in valiant combat first by killing all of the sword dudes. Thankfully, we were able to complete it, and I released the Hope Echo, looted the chest for my loot, and got the hell out of there. I then found another underground area with once again a bunch of occupations, so I went ahead about clearing those out from the bound. Found another synchronous lotus in a chest, as well as a derelict Fey portal down here as well. I was hoping that we could go through the Fey portal, and thankfully we were actually able to go through the Fey portal. Now inside of these Fey portals is essentially a gauntlet of challenges. So you would need to complete these challenges to make it to the end, where you would get a bunch of essence. And as you can see, there were a couple of different challenges. So the first one was the Bastille of Intellect, and essentially I needed to run around finding these red runes, examining them so that they turned blue, and that would free the essence bundle. Successfully completed that and moved on to the next one, which was the Bastille of Agility, and you essentially needed to make it to the essence bundle to complete it. That was a really easy one, and I really enjoyed the Bastille of Agility's challenges. After making it to the end of the challenges, there was a bunch of essence waiting for me at the end here, as well as another synchronous lotus in the chest. Now normally a portal's supposed to appear in this area, however I think it bugged out and it just didn't appear for me, which was kind of annoying, but we just fast traveled back to our base using the travel to respite button. Normally the portal appears right there, but it didn't. And when I got back to base, I made myself up the simple drinking horn as well as the basic sawhorse to enhance our crafting stations nearby. The next day, I figured it was time to go ahead and try and take on the Astrolabe and try and get that card by completing the challenges within. So once again, very similarly to the previous Sites of Power, we needed to defeat a bunch of the bound that would result in a final boss fight. However, there was a new bound here, and this was some type of sorcerer that would cast spells on us. Thankfully, I was able to kill it, and I spent way too long trying to get to the top of this tower, not realizing that I actually needed to go down like an idiot. Unless, of course, I'm not supposed to go up and I'm supposed to go down. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, this guy's terrifying. I honestly do not know how I'm going to beat this boss. Maybe I should try and get some more gear. Can they not get up? I don't think they can. Whoa. Cool. Alright, I'm fucked. After dying and returning back to the site, I was hoping that none of the bound dudes that I had killed would respawn. Thankfully, they didn't, but I did manage to get my body back, and I did also manage to die once again, with Lottie being unable to revive me. So, after dying another time, I decided to rethink my strategy and grabbed my sling bow alongside some poison marbles that I had found from chests. I managed to kill the first sorcerer, and then thankfully I didn't realize that it had like an AoE effect, and I was able to poison the two big old blade dudes that were absolutely terrifyingly horrifying, and then I finished the last one up with a good old strike of my pickaxe. Made my way down into the basement where we fought our next boss, which was the fabled automaton Bishop. This guy was like the knight, except he was a ranged variant and would summon in traps as well as fire beams at us. Didn't sound like a very good combination if you ask me. Thankfully, with the use of my sling bow, however, I was able to deal damage. I did just have to switch around the ammunition that I was using. And alongside of that, I did also use my pickaxe to hammer into it, as these guys were weak to the damage type that the pickaxe gave off. I made sure to try and hit the orb as best as I could as well in the process, as that dealt more damage to the bishop as well. Now, the bishop also summoned in automaton little guard dudes, I guess. But unfortunately, we did die in the process while fighting it. That didn't deter me, however, and I returned straight away to pummel this guy some more. Once again, using the pickaxe to hit him in his weak point. And then he kind of got a little bit stuck, and I decided to retreat a little bit. and I found an ammunition type that he was actually weak to, which was the lightning marbles, which was actually doing a crap ton of damage to the automaton bishop. And so pretty much with this strategy, I was able to kill the automaton bishop relatively easy. However, I did run out of them, so I did just kind of finish him off using the last of the ranged ones that I had. And then a little bit of a tap with the pickaxe was enough to finish off the automaton bishop. And I managed to claim the astrolabe card as well from the center of the circle. The next day, I headed out to the astrolabe swamp. I hadn't really been to any of the swamp biomes outside of the tutorial, so I figured that was a good idea. Not gonna lie, I'm a little... Oh my god, what is that thing over there? They look dope though. Boarcock's fish goat. That is really cool. I completed a couple of the extra challenges found in the swamp biome, getting a crude ammo box, and then I found another human requesting aid in building a house. However, they were getting attacked by hippos. Horace? I apologize, big man. You are looking like you're gonna die. So me, being the wonderful, incredible savior that I am, decided to kill the hippos for him and save Horace in the process as well. Oh my god! It's a giant? A troll? Oh wait, offering altar. Add offering. Some berries? You like the berries? Oh. That's really cool. They look sick. I don't know if they're hostile though. I'm just going to try and leave them alone. Why would you stand in a disease-infested pond, sir? Grilled fish, spring rolls, augmentations. Just going to buy all these augmentation stuff. Mounted creature skull. A meat grinder. I then continued exploring the swamp, finding a Bastille of Agility, which I managed to complete relatively easy, claiming the Hope Essence as well as receiving a new blueprint for the boat wheel. And off in the distance, I also found the Fey Tower, so I decided to head over there and give that a shot as well. Heading inside obviously was going to entail more fighting, so that's exactly what I did. Oh shit. Okay, first stage done. Oh my god. Just running. I'm just running. I think we're going to die here. I'm going to try and hang around Lottie. Just so she can revive us. And we're just going to hang around and just smack the shit out of him as much as we can. And pray that Lottie doesn't die. Alright, I think I've got this nailed. Let's do it. I'm going to come upstairs. And that should be it. I think we got it. Thank God for that. Oh man. I was trying to find the last bloody thing for ages. Oh, Lottie's getting freaking destroyed right now. I gotta run away. Okay, we need to circle around till we can get to Lottie. This is freaking intense. We are severely underleveled. Like 15 whole levels under. Lottie, quick, come save me. Oh man. An absolute goddamn legend you are. Whew. Tell me that's it. I swear to God. I can't handle it. Alrighty, so we're making another portal because I just checked the shops and the desert and the forest trader actually have what we need to progress. I don't know why the fuck I went to the swamp for. Alright, there we go. New portal built. So we've got the desert card and we've got the astrolabe card. Let's go through. 55, factions present, open portal. Oh, this is probably a bad idea. Oh my god, giant fucking grasshoppers. That is terrifying. Victor Frankenstein, baby. We also found Victor. Oh, that makes me very excited. Oh god. No, go back to that. Don't you call for your friends. Hit in the face. Oh, that actually died pretty easily. I say that and you watch the rest of the horde come and just fucking destroy me. Called it. Here they are. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Hello Abraham, I have come to trade with you. What can you provide me? Enhancements, track legend. We'll buy it. Charm of essence? I pretty much bought out all of Abraham's shop. I also found some tier 2 desert wood, which is higher tier, so obviously you need higher tier tools to cut into it. And then I found some copper ore, which also required a level 40 pickaxe, which we got into. Then it was time to visit Victor Frankenstein. Now, Victor Frankenstein did give us a mission to bring him some bound materials, so essentially from the bound enemies, we had to bring the research samples to him so that he could conduct his research. I also took down an elephant with the help of Lottie in the desert before heading back to the base. So at the moment I'm just reorganizing the base. I'm also going to head out to the forest astrolabe area because they have some refined walls that I want to get so that we can build the base a little bit nicer, a little bit proper. Alright. Forest, level 2. Something's going on over here. Is this the legendary creature or is it the wolf? I feel like I might be the elf. We got level 2 beasts though, which means we'll get higher skin, I guess. Yeah, predator skin. Alright, here we go. We finally made it to the forest essence trader. My god, they're far away. And she's currently getting attacked by a bunch of pigs. Should I help her out is the question. Yeah, I suppose I should. Hopefully this is the essence trader that has the stuff we need. There we go, that's better. Alright, Oberon's bounty. I then bought a heap of augmentations. Pretty much everything that the trader had for sale, I went ahead and bought. I bought the crude building sets that I wanted, so the wood advanced walls and the unique wood set as well. This is what we've got so far. So it's a little bit smaller than what we had previously because we've got this big ass stone staircase here, but I have increased it to a 3x3 and then having adjoining wings coming out of the sides. Alrighty. Our little house is sort of built. I think it looks really good. I like it. We're going to add some extra stuff to it now, but the shell is pretty much there. I also built this device that will allow us to play minor realm cards. Alright guys, here we go. Our first little tier 2 structure, the brazier. We finally got it made. Alright guys, so as you can see, we now have quite a pretty looking base, except ignore those patchy spots on the roof. I'd love to tell you what happened, but sometimes if it doesn't have a supporting wall underneath, it kind of stuffs itself up and demolishes everything. So, this is our base. You walk in, you get greeted with a front staircase leading upstairs. This is our crafting area, storage area just here, which is a work in progress. We're going to have wings coming out the side here. This is all our crafting area. These are all our basic crafting tables. We are slowly starting to get into the tier 2 structures. We have just made the brazier, so we're going to be getting into some higher tiered stuff. And then coming out here and there are our portals. I also made myself a simple maul and upgraded that as well, hoping that it would deal slightly more damage than our pickaxe and our hatchet. It was just a different damage type that we could take with us now against the bosses, and it was at 47. I then decided to head out to the provisioner site to try and get the cards out here. Boy oh boy, was that a big mistake. These guys were level 77. I was not up to the task of fighting these guys whatsoever. The maul also didn't really proc any crit strikes on these guys, which was kind of sucky considering I just spent all that time upgrading it. So thankfully Lottie revived me and I was able to leg it out of there before I got destroyed. I then headed to another site to try and complete this site, and once again these guys were also super strong at level 62. That was just still too high of a level for me to be able to face. Now we did spawn in on this realm at the beginning on hard, which is probably what explains it. So I then retreated back to the desert biome to kill some insects and farm up some resources so that I could make better clothing gear, as the bugs did drop chitin and the tier 2 trees did give tier 2 wood. which meant we could make better gear as well thanks to that. So I spent some time harvesting up the trees around us and the copper nodules as well. So as I wanted to progress, I made a new Abians card with the forest card and then ventured out, but I set the difficulty to medium instead of hard, and this meant that I could now deal with the guys located in the provision of power sites. The main reason why these guys were so much stronger in our version is because we had it set to hard, and the gear scaling doesn't actually scale with the hard difficulty. It was set to the medium for some reason. So we finally made it to the bottom of the area where we fought another fabled automaton knight, and this time the maul actually did a crap ton of damage to the automaton. I was able to claim the card and we could now go to the Provisioner realms. While I was here, I also decided to go and do the Herbarium side of power, as these guys were still stronger, but they were actually defeatable. They were at an item level of 45 and our item level at the time was about 35, so it was still a bit of a challenge, but not the ridiculousness of having level 77 levels. So it made it a bit of an easier thing, and we also discovered a new bound enemy, this flamethrower guy that was a massive pain in the ass. I made it to the top of the area and fought another fabled automaton knight. However, this time due to it being right at the top, we did die and we got knocked off the edge. However, the fabled automaton knight did get stuck in the structures around here, knocked us off, and we died. Now, obviously, Lottie wasn't in the area to revive us, so we had to return there and fight the automaton knight once again. This time, however, I was slightly more prepared with some healing potions and opting not to try and damage it while I'm in a high area, with the potential chance of it knocking us off. But the maul was doing a ton of damage to these automatons, which was really good news for us. Thankfully, I did kill him, we claimed the card, and we now had the ability to travel to the Herbarium realms. So that is exactly what I did. I made a bunch of new cards, as well as a refined sword table, which was the tier 2 woodworking table, as well as a refined enchanter's focus, which was the tier 2 enchanting table. And we traveled out to a forest provisioner realm, but not before making a bunch of extra stations and making some extra ink and a new refined spinning wheel. Ooh, this is looking new and fancy. We've got new looking trees. They're not high level or anything, which is disappointing. We've got something over there. Oh, are these roads? Oh, I made it. I was honestly surprised that I did. What do we get? Deep Fey wild cards. What essences did I get? And we got 20 of the rare essence, which is pretty good as well. I'll take it. After finding the essence trader, I then went ahead and bought a Lancaster pistol, as well as a bunch of augmentations and some new crafting benches as well. Some of the tier 2 ones, which will come in handy. I then completed the Fey Tower in the area, allowing me to see everything on the map, receiving a high tent as well. And I completed a couple of extra challenges around the map, mainly the agility ones and the ones where we had to activate the blue markers, because they were the easiest. I then found one of the legendary creatures. Legendary? I don't know if they're legendary creatures. Named creatures, I guess. And this guy was called Mo, the something plague. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Once I killed it, Puck appeared and made me question my moral decisions as well, but I moved on and activated some more Hope Essence and found another one of these big maul-wielding dudes. These guys freaking hurt. Now, these guys were located down in a cave where a Fey portal was located, so there were 3 of these at the same time, and I didn't realize, but my pack broke, making me encumbered, and I died to the big beastie boy. But I returned, completed them, and got another Synchronous Lotus, killed another one of the Plague Pigs for its hide, and then found this dude, Bass Reeves. Now, Bass Reeves is a hunter who was tracking someone, but he did give me a mission to acquire a ranged weapon and some ammunition. So I did exactly that, returned to him, and he gave me a new mission. Hit 3 headshots and hit 2 heart shots. Now, this was really cool, as heart shots would instantly kill wild animals. That was pretty impressive, if I say so myself. That's pretty cool. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? kind of want to try attacking it. At the same time, I'm kind of happy to just stand back here and watch it. Go attack the giant tree thing. Leave me alone. Let's go. Tell me that was there. What? That was the hard shot. Let's go. We got it on the tiniest little bastard around. I'm making my way back to Reeves. It was one of the big mauler dudes once again, and we got him down to a low enough health that he dropped his maul and just went into his rampage mode. These are never fun. I also noticed at night time that the bound tend to spawn just randomly and in huge droves as well, making life a lot more difficult. Now, this guy, I didn't really have a strategy for him. I was super low on stamina because I hadn't slept. I was cold. I was wet. Not a good combination of things. Eventually, however, I did manage to kill him thanks to Lottie's help as well, and we got our first bit of new lumber, which we needed for Victor Frankenstein. I returned back to Reeves and handed in the quest. Then I returned back to base to make the new refined crafting stations that I had bought from the Essence Trader. Now with these new benches, I could make some new refined tools, which were getting me out of the Rock Age and into the Metal Age. So I finished the refined workbench and took a look at what I could make inside of it. I finished crafting up the refined tanning station and the refined sewing bench, and then I went to work at upgrading my new refined tools. So I had the mining pick and the hatchet, and both of those got upgraded with tier 1 essence, granting us very strong, very new powerful tools. And so I headed out into the desert to test out my new tools, and I was pleasantly surprised at how hard they hit. I kind of felt bad for killing this tree fae, but it just had to be done, I'm sorry. It just shat sticks. It couldn't be anything else. It literally just shat sticks. I spent day 50 in the desert mining up some more copper ore, as I was going to need a bunch of ingots to make my more refined tools, and I was just going to need ore for everything. I then found this little settlement, but there was like nothing here. But I actually destroyed the items that were around here, and they were actually giving us like really high tier materials, which was great. So you can bet what I did, and I went ahead and I tried to demolish every single piece of item that I found in this area. I also discovered you could actually destroy chests as well, and these would actually give you really good resources as well. So with my maul in hand, we got to work at demolishing everything we possibly could find, and I was pretty happy with the haul at the end of the day, I can tell you that much. I'd say today was a pretty good day of resource gathering. Look at all these resources in here. Absolutely crazy. We got a ton of copper, we got a ton of wood, we got a ton of tier 2 wood as well as tier 1 wood. We got a ton of metal plates, ingots, gems. We got a whole heap of good stuff today. I'm really happy with how much stuff we got today. All right, cool. So we're gonna make this. Probably gonna make a couple of these just because we can, and we're gonna need them to go to the desert, the forest, and the swamp. It was then time to head to the desert herbarium, and we headed there on hard difficulty so that we could try and find Nellie Bly. The hard desert, it looked pretty cool, the herbarium desert, sorry. It was pretty nice. At least this place had roads and stuff that we could follow. So I also completed a couple of the challenges along the way, getting a forge cart and some more essence, and we were still getting tier 2 essence at this desert area. I was then hunting for Nellie Bly, and I found her location, but I thought she was underground because I didn't want to think she was on top of a cliff. So I headed underground and found a bunch of bound instead with a bunch of essence down here. And I got to work clearing all of them out in hopes that Nellie Bly was down here. Now all my gear broke at once, and I was so shocked that I didn't actually die here. I managed to kill all of the guys down here and survive. So I was able to repair my gear, get all the essence, and get out of that cave. I then needed to track down the real location of where Nellie Bly was. On the map, she was here, and then I found this cliff face on the side that I needed to climb. I didn't have climbing picks to get up there, however. After returning back to base and making some climbing picks, I then returned back to the climbing wall section and successfully managed to get my way up there. Whew, thank gosh for that. I then managed to climb the rest of the way, and I found the Essence Trader located up here, as well as a camp of a bunch of people. However, the Essence Trader had a bunch of stuff that I really wanted, so I pretty much spent all my tier 2 essence, which is 134, buying pretty much all the stuff that the Essence Trader had. I only had 39 left, So I wasn't too stressed about it though. I spent some time talking to the people around the encampment and then made my way to Nellie Bly. And she essentially wanted to establish a place or a portal to the location known as the Watch, where Alan Quatermain was located. Now, this would be a safe haven for us instead of constantly wandering through the portals, but in order to do that, we needed to get 3 items. Some automaton oil from automaton bishops, some etched ingots from a sun giant, as well as an elder eaten heart. Now, we could go about this in a multitude of ways by either bargaining with them or finding out from other NPCs about them, or just by straight up killing them. You can guess which option I picked. So on returning back to base, I did make a new portal so that we would have one for each biome, and then I headed to the Herbarium Swamp, killing these little root dudes and kind of feeling bad for them because they really just kind of drop sticks, so there was really no point in killing them. I felt a little bit bad about it, but Now I wanted to try and find the essence trader to buy any items that I was missing. I managed to get the NTC bundle, a new trunk, as well as a blacksmith's hearth and a couple of augmentations. Alright, so we now have a bunch of new clothing to make. Automation charm layer. Huh. Turns out we already have that for the bishop quest. Nice. Alright, so some organization has taken place. We've got some more chests dotted around the base now, so that we can actually find what we need to and everything, and it's a little bit more organized. With the recipe for the new clothes, I then activated a minor card, the greenhouse card, so that our clothes would get a buff when crafted. And then I got to work at crafting a bunch of new clothing items, such as the NTC pack, that is a goddamn mouthful to say, I can tell you that much, as well as a refined sickle as well. I also made a top hat, a shirt, and it let me boost my equipment gear to level 63, which I was pretty happy with at the time. I then gave the old equipment to Lottie, as she hadn't had an upgrade in a very long time. As you can see, she was still in her very basic gear, so I gave her pretty much everything else that I wasn't using. I then also slotted some enhancements into my tools. Now this was magic that we would get into. It was then time to head out and get the hunt card. So I headed out to the major area location and I started testing out some of the magic. And I was really upset that I only just discovered the magic section of this game because it seemed very powerful. I had an enhancement on my pickaxe that would essentially set it on fire and deal fire damage over time. I then also had an enhancement on my wood axe that would allow me to heal myself with recovery. I also discovered these brand new bound assassins. Now these guys were really strong. They had really good close quarters combat, and they could also throw poison daggers from a distance. So at either range they could deal a ton of damage to you, so you had to be really careful. Thankfully, like I mentioned, I did have the recovery on my axe, so I was able to pop that every now and again when I did start getting low, and I actually used that as well to kill the bound assassins as well, because I just felt like the axe was slightly better. It attacked in like a horizontal motion instead of the pickaxe attacking vertically. Thankfully, I was eventually able to kill the 2 bound assassins that were attacking me, and I could get down into the depths and fight whatever awaited me down there. Alright, here we go. We're at the bottom, so this is for the hunt card. I'm guessing it's going to be another automation knight or a bishop. And it not absolutely obliterate. Wait, how did it get health? Just healed everything up. Oh wait, no, it's on fire now. Okay, we are honestly just going to probably try and chill. We set the bishop on fire, we back off, we just do it like that. I reckon that's the best way. It doesn't look like he's got minions this time around. Shit, 552 damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm just going to run. Oh wait, there's 2 of them. There's another one over there. I don't know if they share the same health pool. Heal myself up with my axe. Having this is so good. I would have done it sooner if I knew about it, I swear. He's almost dead from the fire. We're going to smack him. Okay, so there is the second one. Keep firing at me, mate. Those shots are doing nothing. Nice. Okay, so that's both of them taken out. That should be the hunt card now. I then headed to the Gloom card site, and I just kind of barraged through that, as the Gloom card is lower ranking than the Hunt card. And down here they spawned 2 Fabled Automaton Knights. These guys were a lot harder than the Bishops. Like, they almost killed us quite a few times, but thankfully I was able to survive, heal myself up with my axe, and then kill them. They were still difficult though, and I prefer the Bishops to the Knights, to be completely honest. Okay, that should be enough to kill it, I'm hoping. We're going to just run away, let the fire do the work. And we're good. Woo. That was harder than the bishop fight. I like the bishops more than the knights. My god. I then went ahead and made the hunt card up and ventured to the hunt swamp, where I found these little bastards. These guys attacked us and they poisoned us. Thankfully, they were susceptible to fire damage, but they still freaking hurt like a ton of bricks. And they had poison attacks, which made things so much worse, to be honest. Then, while in the swamp, I found another one of the named creatures, and this was a spider named Naru, Weaver of the Spheres. She managed to take me out a couple of times. However, Lottie, the ever-present hero, decided to rescue me and revive me on more than one occasion as well, might I add. Absolute bloody legend. I was able to heal myself up with my axe, and then we finished Naru off together right in front of the Essence Trader. You think the guy would have helped? No, he just stood there watching me. I also went ahead and completed construction on someone's shelter as well for some more of the Essence as well that we were going to need to buy some stuff at the Essence Trader. And then I found him, the monstrosity known as Humbabu. I kind of want to fight it, not going to lie. What the hell? Oh shit, there's more of them. That's kind of cool. Okay, that should finish off the first one. Debating whether or not we want to fight the second one or run away. Killed him. After killing the swamp trolls, it was time to face Humbabu. Oh my god, we're hitting it. Holy shit, run for my life. Run for my life. Oh my god, this thing's terrifying. Oh, oh my. This is the thing in the trailer, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. We probably wouldn't be able to kill it without this fire, to be honest. Oh, it's just like leaked gas cloud everywhere. Great, now there's something else involved. It looks like a cockatrice or something. Not what I'm trying to do. Not what I want to see when I'm trying to kill this giant ass monstrosity. Looks like a cockatrice or something. I don't know where Lottie went. Where did Lottie go? Come on, we're so close to killing it. It's these other bastards that are making my life so much more difficult. And the damn swamp. Come on, come on. I just got to get out of the water. It slows me down so much. And I'm running out of stamina, which is never good. So close to killing it. So close. Just need to get a couple more connections off like that. Oh my god, we're almost dead to ourselves. Oh crap, I've just got the attention of a frog. I can see it behind me. These damn freaking winged bastards need to die. Leave me alone. I swear, I hope this isn't for a quest. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to kill this guy again. Let's go. Oh, we killed him. Humbabu, you are dead. Vanquisher of Beasts. I will gladly take that title. I feel like that is a well-deserved title. Oh my god, look at its face. So after killing Humbabu, I then made my way to the Fey Tower in the swamp to complete that so I could see some of the challenges around there, as I did still need some more tier 2 essence. So I got up to the top of the tower, killing the bound in the process. There were a lot of these bastards everywhere, but my magic really helped out. Like I said, I'm really upset that I didn't discover it sooner, because I feel like it would have really helped us out. But thankfully, the bound were able to be killed thanks to me and Lottie. The fire dudes were able to be killed as well. However, these guys explode on death, blasting you away from them. I'm just glad I didn't get knocked off the edge. Completed the Fey Tower, got the essence, grabbed the Synchronous Lotus, and I then went ahead and looked for the quest, because I thought I had to be in the swamp to speak to someone in regard to the Sun Giant. Turns out it's the wrong bloody swamp. So I came out to the Gloom Swamp instead of the Hun Swamp and found Danu, the Swamp Troll. Now, she was, I guess, head of the swamp trolls as well, and we spoke to her for a little bit, and she wanted us to complete 5 of the Bastilles of Intellect in order to give us the way to essentially trade with the Sun Giant. Me, though, I had other plans. I also grabbed the refined upgrade bench while I was here, which was another thing that I needed from the Gloom Swamp. Then returned back to my base, created the refined upgrade bench, got to work upgrading my tools as well, and then it was time to make my first proper ranged weapon. Alrighty, we can now make ourselves a pistol. So let's take a look at it, see what it comes out at. Item level 52, we can make that better. Let's craft that bad boy up. I'm excited for it. I then chucked it into the upgrade bench and refined it twice, and it came out really, really good. I was really happy with how strong the pistol came out at. It came out at an item level of 120, so I was really happy with that. And then I went ahead and applied a couple of infusions into it as well, increasing the ranged damage on it. And I had already quite a bit of ammunition as well from it, from scavenging stuff as well. So it had 405 range damage. I was really excited to test it out. So I headed out to the Hunter Desert to try and track down the Sun Giant that I needed to kill for the ingots. So after exploring the desert, I then found the Fey Tower, and up guiding it was Eurofin, the Desert's Venom. Once again, one of the named creatures here that we had to kill. Thankfully, the staircase seemed to be in my favor, as this guy was not able to attack me while I was below him. So we defeated him and then went to work at killing the Bound that were located up here, so we could unlock the Fey Tower and hopefully find the Sun Giant. Because I figured, well, if we kill all these guys, unlock the Fey Tower, surely it'll show us where the apex creature is, and the apex creature being the Sun Giant. Obviously, Humbabu was the apex creature of the swamp, and then the Elder Eaton will be the apex creature of the forest. So I thought, yeah, if we do the Fey Tower, right, it'll show us the location of the Sun Giant. Boy, oh boy, was I bloody wrong. Nonetheless, we still completed the Fey Tower, unlocking the locations, and I was able to see a bunch of different stuff, which was handy as well. And I completed a couple of the occupations and challenges found across the map as well for extra resources, and decided to test out my pistol. A headshot dealing 750 damage to the Bound. I was pretty impressed. Alright, so I've come out to the Hunt Desert looking for the bloody thing, and I don't even think it's out here. I think I actually need to get the summoning thing, because if we look here, it says Sun Giants can be found in Desert Hunt realms. The Sun Giant offering recipes unlocked through a Sun Giant expert. So we actually have to do her quest anyway to be able to get something to summon the Sun Giant, which we then kill. But I don't know, like, I've searched the whole map. I've covered these creatures, and none of them are the apex creatures. It does say apex creature Sun Giant, but there's nothing here. Unless there's a very particular spot where it's wandering around. That's my only thought. But other than that, like, it's just, it's annoying. Oh, wait. Oh, speaking of, is that him? No fucking way. I'm going to laugh if it is. I think it is. That has to be the Sun Giant. All right, well, let's get to work. We're going to get some killing on. And hope that we can kill this guy. I have no idea if we'll be able to. I would have liked to have traded with him, but I'm impatient. That actually did quite a lot of damage. I'm gonna pop some headshots at him. Oh god. Whoa! Lucky I had my umbrella, I can tell you that much. Holy smokes. Alright, that was pretty cool. Slightly terrifying, not gonna lie. We're gonna pop some lightning bullets into him. Big headshots, hopefully. 730 damage, not the most amount. Oh! Oh! That's big damage. That poison's doing work. 340. I think poison is the way to go for bullets. Or any weapons, because it just does health damage, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on here? Dude's got this ability to summon a goddamn vortex. I'm just going to run straight over to him. We're going to pop another couple of bullets into his face. Get some damage in here while we can. Set him on fire. And he's dead. Oh, let's go. Vanquisher of Colossuses. I died. Ha! Crap. I really hope Lottie's alive to heal me. I feel like she would. Oh, Lottie, you're a legend. Did I get the stuff for it? I feel like I didn't. I'm also not healing. So after killing the Sun Giant, Puck told me about his plight with the Winter Court. They were locked up and apparently had broken free, and he was going to need my help to beat them. Puck, being part of the Summer Court, made these guys complete rivals with each other. I then returned back to base, ready to go through the Forest Hunt portal and try and track down the Elder Eaton. After arriving in the Hunt Forest, I spotted this tree that had an offering, so I provided it with some meat and I got a wood bundle of its heart. Then the only logical thing to do was obviously to attack it. This being an Eaton itself, it needed to die. I also just wanted to see what the fighting style was like of these guys, as we were going up against the Apex version of these guys. And these guys were very difficult to kill. They were very strong. And they had a lot of different attacks. They would cut off the area around them with brambles and damage you. It was really difficult to fight this guy. But we did eventually kill it. However, it just took a long time to kill the bloody thing. Okay, I think it's dead. Oh man, that was really close. It almost killed us. I'm gonna have fun trying to kill the goddamn Elder one. After wandering around the forest, I then found a named bear as well, which we managed to kill with a heart shot. I was super impressed with that. Callisto the Wrong downed. I then found the Essence Trader, buying a bunch of items as well. Then I wandered off from the back of the Essence Trader to this structure in the background here when something decided to pop up. Oh, let's go. I don't know how we found it, but apparently it's here, of which I have no idea. Is that it there? Yeah, that's it there. Okay, we found it. All right, let's just make sure our gear is all good to go. We're going to repair a couple of things. I mean, you know what? Let's offer it something. I don't know what we would offer it that would give it... We're going to give it its own heart. One of its other thingy's hearts. I don't think I'm going to get it... I was going to say, that looked awfully a lot like it. All right, let's go. I'm secretly hoping that the other guys can help us inside of there. I'm thinking about trying to get it to poison it and see if that'll do anything, but I don't think it will. I love how we've got the other dudes fighting with us. It's so good. I mean, even if they're not fighting, they're a distraction. Okay, we got taken out. I'm hoping Lottie comes and revives us. Probably shouldn't be relying on her solely, which is probably not the greatest idea. Unfortunately, I did die, but the other guys that were part of the structure actually kept fighting it, so its health didn't reset. So I was able to return back to my body and actually finish it off, which I was super happy with, because like I mentioned, this guy is probably the hardest Apex creature to hunt in my opinion. And thankfully, we were able to kill the Elder Eaton. Now, Puck did appear and he did tell us more about the Winter Court and Beller's chills coming through the air. So I was preparing myself for a Fey fight as well. I then returned back to Nelly Bly, ready to hand in all of the items that I have. The Pelucidia from the Sun Giant, as well as the Elder Eaton Heart and the Automaton Oil. I handed it all in to her, telling her that I killed them in the process. I felt kind of guilty about it. She also made me feel guilty about it, but like, I really couldn't be bothered doing the quests for them. Like, it was just a bit of a slog to get through, to be honest. And if I did spend some time doing the quests, it would have taken up some valuable days. Now, I did get some items in return, some Scout's boots and a Tudor second story set, and then it was time to head through the portal. Once I headed in through the, I guess, barrier, it's not really a portal. The portal's further down. Puck decided to speak to us, and he let us know that we actually made an agreement when we first started this. A contract was made, sealed by ancient words, and each kindness given must beget an equal one in turn. Now obviously I didn't really have much of a choice here, so I picked the last option and we managed to see through his glamour, but we essentially were going to need to help him defeat the Winter Court. Now going through the portal then took us to the Watch. Now the Watch was the safe haven that the humans could settle in, and that they would be safe from the Fey Wilds. There were also some hot roasted peanut carts there, so I just thought I'd try and get some peanuts. I made my way through to the first area and spoke to the guy there. He told us to speak to Quatermain, but before we headed up there were some essence traders located along here that had some items as well as some portals down below. Now I made the accidental mistake of going through one of these portals by accident, and it wasn't a fun time. I just kind of brushed against it and got teleported into the area. But the enemies in this area were level 100 and I was not ready for that. Thankfully, however, whenever you died in this area, you would respawn with all of your gear and items on you. So I had to manually go back into the desert, travel back to Nelly Bly, go back through the portal, and then I spoke to Alan Quatermain and he decided to give me the Watch teleport. It was a lot of messing around just to get back to that spot. So Alan Quatermain then decided to gift me with some utility core tools after speaking with him, and he also made us an official Realm Walker. As we hadn't really had the proper training or credentials when we first started, with Pucky giving us our resources to do so, Alan Quatermain brought us into the fold and told us about the portals down below, where there was an evil spirit called Jana located down here, and to kill her we needed to get to the end and prevent her from coming through the portals to protect the Watch. It's a very story intensive game with lots of reading, so I would recommend giving it a go if you are interested in the story, and the story itself is really good. So I managed to complete the first trial, which was an agility trial, and we got 15 tier 3 essence, which was going to be used to buy my next tier of structures. Now I obviously wasn't ready for those level 100 challenges, so I spent the remaining days farming up a bunch of materials, mining some pursuit, mining tier 2 and tier 3 lumber, because I did want to try and make some of the utility core tools. I did cut down a bunch of trees. These trees, they fell on me 4 times in a row, killing me. I was circling around. They had a vendetta against me. I swear to God, it was ridiculous. Look at Alrighty, so returned back from the forest realm. Let's take a look at the resources that we got. So we got a bunch of tier 3 wood. We've got 93 of that, plus I don't know if we've got, yeah, we've got an extra 24 in my inventory as well. We've got a bunch of normal wood, which, I mean, we need just to turn into lumber that we can use for burning stuff. We've got a bunch of pursuit ore, which means we could turn these into ingots, use them for anything really. Alrighty guys, so we've sorted out majority of the storage. Shouldn't have taken me this long, but it has. So we've got all this at the top here, which is sorted into ores, wood, and then leather and meat and stuff and bones, and then fibers. So what we're doing now is we're going to head out to a desert hunt realm. I kind of wish I remembered what these portals were, because I honestly cannot tell you what they are. So we're going to head out to the desert hunt realm so we can get some higher tiers ores, so that we can hopefully make some better gear. So let's head out to the desert here. It's going to be 115 because we've got it set to hard, but that's hopefully... After gathering materials in the desert, I then went back to base and activated the industry card. Now this would cause our ores to produce 2 times the amount of ingots. So essentially you needed 2 ore in order to produce 1 ingot. Now every ore was producing an ingot. So we just crafted up a crap ton of ingots. I had so much ore from gathering stuff that I just turned it all into ingots while I had this miner card activated. I then went back to the portal challenges with the level 100 enemies to try and get some more purple essence, as I was going to need a little bit to get the basic upgraded stations that I needed in order to upgrade my gear. As I didn't really want to go to the tier 3 utility tools, I kind of wanted to skip ahead and go to the tier 4 utility tools. So thankfully this one was one of the rune ones that I had to activate the runes around the area. So that was one that I had to do, and there was also an agility one that I managed to complete as well, giving us quite a bit of tier 3 essence. With that, I bought the excellent workbench, and I also bought the dauntless core tools, allowing me to upgrade my items to the tier 4 tools. I managed to make the excellent workbench upstairs as well, Now, obviously, you can't see the tools in here at the moment. That's because I needed the augmentations, but I could make the tier 3 tools, such as the the rugged tools and the ornate tools, which are tier. So we now have access to the Dauntless hunting knife and the Dauntless wood axe, which is actually really good because that's obviously the next tier of stuff. I did just spend a bunch of time making all of this, which kind of sucks because we're not going to use any of this now. And I did use up ingots to make all of this for the rugged pickaxe. The rugged mining pick. That's all the stuff in there to make this, but I've just figured out we can now get the Dauntless stuff, which is obviously going to be, I think it's the highest tier of stuff that we can get. So now I just need to make sure that I can make one up that'll allow me, I need to make an augmentation that'll allow me to make the Dauntless mining pick, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now we should have everything Dauntless. We've got the Dauntless wood axe, the Dauntless mining pick, and the Dauntless hunting knife. Alright, this is me excited. So I'm going to get to work on getting all of this made up. We got a lot of shit that we need to make, although I think I might already have a handle and a grip. Alrighty guys, it has been a hell of a long time. We've just been grinding out a bunch of resources so that we could make our final tier of stuff. And we're finally at that stage. Now this is probably a bad idea because I know there are resources that are 200 plus. Pretty sure that's the right one. We're going to craft that up. As you can see, we've got a sickle ready to go and an axe. Oh, no. Wait, cancel. Okay, I got the resources back. Woo! That was close. We wanted to do something else first, so we're going to change the realm card. Okay, now we've got the Combatant's Workshop card activated. It took us a while to get there. I had to use like 3 different other cards because for some reason it doesn't just trigger off the card you use. Now we can make our tools and they should be slightly stronger. Let's find out here. Hilt, wrap, boom. 143, sheltered, Combatant's Workshop. Crafted tools have damage ++. Alright, cool. That's what we want. Let's craft that now. Alrighty, let's take a look at our brand new pickaxe. 143 common, 409 melee damage, 2.5 times critical damage, plus 26 strength. I feel like that's a very solid pickaxe. Stamina regeneration and the ornament. This one is slightly less, 129. But we should still be able to get that to 200. And then finally, the Dauntless wood axe as well is our last one. And that one is only 129 as well. Wonder why. I must have used different resources, I think, for this one. I think I used the ingots that I got from the Sun Giant for the pickaxe. I wanted to use it for the axe instead, but I messed up the crafting stuff and I couldn't obviously get the resources back. So our pickaxe is going to be slightly stronger. Oof. Look at that axe. Look at that sickle. That is terrifying. That is badass. Alright, so let's upgrade them now. Come on, tell me this goes to 200. Oh, you're fucking kidding. 197? Oh, I just wasted all my resources to get that, and you're telling me it's not going to go to 200? We need it to get to 200 so we can cut down the 200 stuff. Oh, that's so annoying. That sucks big time. Okay, so we've managed to get our wood axe to 211. It's got 2 spells on it, Recovery and Quake. So we can use that, and then our pickaxe has Hermetic Flame. We want to put more spells on, but I can't make them at the moment because I've got to upgrade the Enchanter's Bench. So that's good news for our sickle. We can't upgrade that just yet. Alright, so we're sitting at 142 now with our pickaxe and our hatchet. Now, obviously, our clothes are letting us down massively. I am in the process of trying to upgrade those, but my god, it's a hell of a fucking slog to get to do that. I can tell you that much. I'll tell you what, this Quake ability is badass. Holy smokes, look at the damage we're doing to these guys. I'm sad that it took me so long to figure out how the magic system works, because we don't even have to fight. Magic seems very OP. So I had gone through one of the portals to try and make it to the end to defeat Jana. However, I got to a Bastille of Agility and I couldn't actually complete this one because I had no way of getting up to it. There were blue portals, not blue portals, but the blue like circles on the floor. And for the entirety of this run, I just could not figure out, the entirety of the game, I could not figure out how to activate these blue jump pads. Like we had seen it right at the beginning of the game where we found a couple of the bound just bouncing on it. But I had no idea how to activate this. So I couldn't complete the Bastille of Agility, which really sucked. Because like I'd spent all this time getting to this stage, which was like the 3rd or 4th stage, and I couldn't complete it. So instead what we did was we headed out and went into the forest portal, and thankfully this one we were able to complete the Bastille of Agility here and we could move on. It just meant I had to redo everything, but it was fine because I got a bunch of essence in the process. Then it was time for the gladiatorial match, where I had to continuously fight armies and waves of the bound. Thankfully, I was able to kill them all. The power of the Quake spell was just absolutely insane. Look at the damage we were doing. Plus, it sort of stun locked all the smaller ones, so any that did sort of get through, we could just smack in the face. Alright, here we go. Something seems to have kick-started. I'm not complaining. I just want to get this done. Quake is super valuable to have. Alright, here we go. We're coming up onto the final trials. I'm hoping... Oh, this is cool. I'm hoping we can get through this and fight Jaina's temporary form. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. Oh, we're already here. I did not realize. I don't even see her. I'm a little scared, not going to lie. I'm going to load up some poison bullets so we can hopefully poison her. Alright, where is she? I'm assuming it's a she, right? Is there supposed to be something here? I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. I don't like the sound effect that's coming through either. I apologize for that. I'll probably just mute it because it's very annoying. But where is she? I hope it hasn't bugged out. Wait, what? Oh shit, she's the tree. Oh, I'm guessing it's each different for each area. Oh shit, okay. I don't think I can poison the tree, can I? I mean, it's poison. So I'm guessing if we do the desert, it'll be the sun giant. If we do the swamp, it'll be... Who did I fight in the swamp? I don't remember. Maybe that Hanaba thing? I feel like I just need to get in there with the axe. Fuck. Oh, that's doing a lot of damage. Okay. That did a lot of damage. Maybe that's our game plan. Alright, here we go. We've got the final attacks coming in. Let's just finish it quickly before she gets any more tree attacks. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. Was that supposed to happen? I guess that was. She just vanished. I didn't get anything from her. We've got 5 Synchronous Lotus, Fabled Elder Eaten Wood, Elder Eaten Heart. That is some big money moves. Let's go. 309 Essence. That is incredible. I'm very happy with that. That is awesome. Wait, what? Quartermain's the one that brought Janna to the realms in the first place? So now we get access to the Ascended Realms, which means we get to do this all over again for the future ones. Alrighty guys, and with that we have successfully completed our 100 days in Nightingale. It is very possible for this to turn into a 200 days, so let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But definitely don't forget to check out Nightingale. It is an awesome game and there is so much to do in it. But other than that guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and I will catch you in the next one.